everything's headed toward more authenticity in conversations and being able to figure out how do we have a win-win. I mean, honestly, the amount of times I even said that today within partnership calls and client calls and prospects calls today, just being able to figure out the win-win. How do we solve the problems here and actually help the win-win? And I think that starts with us, man. You know, being able to have our shit together and figure out, because think about it. Anybody who's listening to this that's a salesperson that has ever made a cold call the day after drinking way too much, you know your head's not in it. You're just not all there, and you're like fighting through the fog even. So when a lot of people actually fight through a dense fog just every single day. So how do you manage your mindset throughout the day? Cold calls, meetings, just all the things that go along with it. But how do you keep yourself kind of motivated? And what are the tips and tricks you'd give other people that are going through the same stuff?
This is going to be super fucking cheesy, but it's something that I realize is the truth. It's going to be a much easier process as long as you truly believe that you guys are doing something great and you truly believe in the product, and there's a level of passion that goes with what you are providing and what you're selling and what you're preaching. If you are somebody who is selling fishing rods but fucking hates boats, you're not in the right position.
Yeah.
Get out, exactly. For me, and this is actually a struggle area for me. I'm not even going to go here and say that I'm the most productive or most always motivated person in the world. My strongest motivator in those moments when you don't feel like doing things is seeing the work and the love that's been put into me and the company itself by our C-suite, by our co-founders. Seeing their level of work and dedication and the level of help and support I get is the one thing that has taken me to the next level there. And that's not something that you can just figure out that you have at this point, but it is definitely something that anybody should look into if they don't feel like that's what they're receiving. Now, you know, people like to say that, you know, salespeople are coin slot operated, you know, and that to an extent is true. I've lived a rich life and I lived a poor life, and you know I'd choose a rich life any day of the week, right? It's, you know, there is a level of truth to that, but then again, I wouldn't go and do it in finance. I wouldn't go and do it in pretty much any other area because it does not involve the one thing that I guess I've always been yearning from childhood, which is to have legitimate, sincere human connections. So I guess I guess that's what ties back to my mental state and maybe gives a better background of what I'm thinking about the whole ordeal.